What we talking about? When we talking about Chinese calligraphy, one brush, one inkstone, unlocking 5,000 years of civilization. Welcome to Chinese Calligraphy, Zero to Hero, Chinese Calligraphy for Beginners. Last time we covered the four treasures: brush, ink, paper, and inkstone. In this episode, we'll be diving into what is the Chinese calligraphy, why calligraphy is super meditation, and the ultimate beginner hack of Chinese calligraphy. Section 1. What is the Chinese calligraphy? You've seen it in movies, fashion, even tattoos. But what exactly makes Chinese calligraphy an art that lasted 5,000 years? It began with oracle bones cracked by fire, ancient kings asking gods for answers. Then came bronze ritual vessels, where words became eternal power. Forget ink, these words were molten bronze. Kings poured rituals into eternal metal. I conquered 50 tribes, gods bless my clan. See these jagged lines? They're not handwriting. It's 3D art cast in clay molds, the ultimate flex 3,000 years ago. Why? Because bronze script screams, I'm unbreakable. The Baojia Bronze Museum in Shanxi is China's ultimate treasure trove of Western Zhou artifacts. Home to 5,700 plus ritual bronzes, the world's largest collection, which timeless words you can still see them. But the real revolution, when Chinese invented the brush 2,300 years ago, suddenly writing wasn't just recording, it was dancing with ink. The invention of the brush has such a legend. As a Qin dynasty general, Meng Tian needed fast battlefield reports. Carving words on bamboo, too slow. One day after hunting, he tied wolf hair to a stick, dipped it in ash. And boom, the first brush pen was born. And the real game changer appeared. Qin dynasty's small seal script. The first font made for brushes. Its smooth curves and even lines forced brush tech upgrades. That's why historians call it the birth certificate of Chinese calligraphy. Small seal demanded 3 upgrades. Tighter hair bundles, no leaks. Sharper tips for those curves. Balanced ink flow, 0 blobs. Without this font, calligraphy might have stayed kindergarten doodles. Qin dynasty's official font, small seal script, was like the first iPhone. Beautiful but slow. Its design flaws sparked a rebellion and burst the font that changed writing forever. Here is why it crashed and how clerical script became history's ultimate upgrade. Underpaid clerks were the real heroes, they said. Forget art, we need speed. So they chopped seal script's curls into angles, squashed tall letters into flats. This illegal font was so efficient, even emperors had to accept it. Look, beautiful but slow. How painfully slow it is to write one character in small seal script. No wonder the clerks were ready to revolt. Clerical script, how rebel cliques hacked Chinese writing to save 500% time. Like upgrading from flip phone to iPhone Pro Max. Seal script equals drawing logos. Clerical script equals typing on keyboard. Look, isn't writing much faster now? As time went by, the clerks began to complain again. Too slow. They neighed for more speed. Solution: simplify strokes plus connect letters equals faster writing. Cursive script was invented in Han Dynasty. Cursive equals ancient Chinese efficiency hack that became high art. Human nature, express yourself. Scribes got bored, turned shortcuts into art. Masters like Wang Zizhai made it emotional and beautiful, like dancing ink. Emergency use, creative explosion. Born for quick notes, military orders. Then poets and artists set it free, looking at you, wild cursive rebels. The birth and rise of regular script is a huge milestone in Chinese writing. It took centuries to develop, blending elements from seal and clerical scripts to become China's standard font. While clerical script was easier than small seal script, its strokes were still too fancy. Cursive script was quick, but too quick, One person's cursive could be totally unreadable to another. So clerical script evolved, simpler, squarer, and more efficient. This shift is called the Likai transition. Regular script, China's standard font. Block-like structure. Clean, squarish characters, super balanced and easy to read. Sharp strokes. Clear starts and stops, no messy flicks like older scripts. Perfect balance. Every stroke has its place, like neat handwriting meets art. Timeless and practical. Used for 1,500 plus years, still China's go-to for printing and learning. Think of it as the standard font of Chinese writing, clear, elegant, and everywhere. However, Chinese calligraphy did not cease its development. The birth of running script. China's speedy handwriting revolution. Ancient scribes got frustrated. Regular script too slow for notes or letters. Cursive script too wild, hard to read. 3rd century rebels. Legend credits Liu Desheng and crew. Mixed regular plus cursive created semi-cursive style. Goal, write fast plus stay readable. Perfect for daily writing, love letters, expressive art. Became China's go-to fast yet elegant script. Chinese calligraphy, thousands of years in 60 seconds. It started ancient, seal script carved on bronze, super formal, think royal decrees. Then came revolution. Clerical script broke the mold, squarer, faster for busy hand dynasty clerks. The golden age. Regular script got perfect. Balanced blocks, sharp strokes, thank Tang dynasty masters like Yan and Liu. Running script hit the sweet spot. Fast enough for notes, clear enough to read, Wang Zizhai equals the GOAT. Cursive script went wild, pure emotion, ink flying like jazz on paper. Why it matters. This isn't just writing, it's art plus philosophy plus heartbeat of China, from oracle bones to your phone's font. It's alive. Section 2. Why do modern people practice calligraphy? Overall, a conservative estimate suggests that approximately 13.75 million people worldwide engage in calligraphy practice nowadays. Among them, the number of dedicated practitioners, who practice at least 3 times per week, is approximately 2–3 million. Let's take a look at their fancy calligraphy practice desks. The people who practice calligraphy the most are of course the Chinese. But I also know that there are some Western countries as well, such as some universities in the United States that offer Chinese calligraphy courses. Southwest University is one of them. Why are there so many modern people practicing calligraphy? Practicing calligraphy has many benefits. Let me tell you about it gradually. Meditation apps failing you? Science reveals why flowing ink beats sitting still. Your brain on calligraphy equals 37% deeper calm than traditional meditation. Let's hack focus. UCLA study, 5 minutes writing equals 20 minutes meditation. When you synchronize breath with brush pressure, magic happens. Theta waves surge, deep relaxation. Prefrontal cortex offlines anxiety. Cerebellum creates mind-body flow state. It's not art, it's neuroengineering. Calligraphy, the ancient biohack that rewires brains from age 8 to 80. For kids, focus bootcamp. Parents, 15 minutes calligraphy equals focus superpower. 22% longer attention spans. Stops tablet hunchback with 1 inch, 1 fist, 1 foot posture rule. Turns tantrums into ink creativity. For adults, digital detox and career hack. Stressed by Zoom life, calligraphy is your off button. Rewires brain from digital chaos to flow state. Boosts efficiency, precise brush control equals sharper decision making. For seniors, anti-aging warrior. Brain scan comparison, brighter prefrontal cortex. Forget Sudoku, writing longevity daily. Trains brain like a Ferrari tune-up. Stop shakes by syncing nerves plus muscles. Steadies heart rate better than yoga. Free age-adapted worksheets. Kids focus builder. Office stress buster. Senior neuro shield. Challenge, film your family's 1-min cross-generation ink session. Best entry featured next Friday. Section 3 starts with regular script. Why every calligraphy master starts with regular script. Because it isn't just a font, it's the universal decoder ring for Chinese characters. Skip it and you'll struggle like coding without Python basics. Yong the monk, who turned calligraphy into beginner gold. Perfect for your first brush journey. Locked in a temple tower for 30 years, a monk buried 10 barrels of dead brushes beneath pine trees. His name, Yong, the 7th-generation descendant of Wang Zizhai, China's legendary sage of calligraphy. In the 6th century, this reclusive master forged a revolution in ink that still shapes how beginners learn Chinese writing today. Born into calligraphy royalty, Yong traded privilege for piety. At Yongsan Temple in Shaoxing, he vowed, "No mastery, no descent." For 3 decades, he lived atop a wooden tower, brushing characters until dawn, tossing worn-out pens into clay urns below. When those urns overflowed, he buried them solemnly as tomb of retired brushes. But Yong's real legacy, writing 800 copies of the 1,000-character classic, a poetic text of 1,000 non-repeating characters. He gifted these scrolls to temples across China, creating history's first calligraphy distribution network. Buddhist monks became unwitting evangelists, spreading his work to Korea and Japan. Even today, Kyoto's temples guard his manuscripts like sacred codexes. The beginner's ritual. So how do you start? First, ditch stone rubbings. Hunt high-def scans of Yong's ink originals. Hint, Japanese museums digitized them. Then practice his air launch technique. Let your brush hover above paper like a hawk before slicing down, no heavy-handed crashes. Finally, embrace sparseness. His characters aren't cramped soldiers, they're Zen gardens with room to breathe. This is the learning material for Yong's calligraphy of the 1,000-character classic. We will learn step by step, starting from the most basic point, as well as the radicals and strokes, then the writing structure, and finally the layout and creation. This is like a long-distance trip, and I'm very excited. Although I, like you, have no experience in calligraphy, my friend Ruben has been practicing calligraphy for over 20 years and has conducted in-depth research on Yong's calligraphy. Under his guidance, both you and I can embark on the path of calligraphy. Remember, the charm of calligraphy lies not in how perfectly you write, but in the courage you have when you pick up the brush each time. This series starts with the absolute fundamentals, everything you need to begin your Chinese calligraphy journey the right way. Why not hit subscribe so you never miss a lesson? Showtime! I'd like you to look at the most complicated Chinese character. Can you guess what it means? 3, 2, 1. In fact, it is a kind of handmade noodle called biang biang noodles. Biang biang noodles. Xian's signature belt noodles. Wide, chewy ribbons dancing in chili oil. Crowned with that legendary untypable name.